What's up, golfers? Coach Josh here. Welcome back to the channel. So today, I can't wait to talk to you about medicine ball training. What are the benefits? Does it even work? Should you do it? Is it worth the time? We wanted to find out the answer to that in a quest to see if medicine ball training, especially rotational medicine ball training, because that's typically what you're going to see when most people are doing med ball training. It's a classic scoop throw. Kind of looks like a golf swing. It's like, why wouldn't it increase club head speed? So we actually tested that out. We did a 12-week study, two groups of golfers, one doing training rotational med ball throws, and they were doing the same strength and conditioning program as the other group who did horizontal chest passes as well as vertical jump training. Not medicine ball throws, just vertical jump training. And what we found over the 12 weeks is that the golfers that trained vertical jump and just chest pass medicine ball training outperformed the rotational med ball throws by 3 miles an hour. What do we do with the medicine ball? Knowing that there could be some benefits, how do we tie that into gaining club head speed, if that's what you're after? Most golfers, I know, aren't going to complain about extra yardage. So if you're going to put the time in to do the work and you got to send a medicine ball, make sure you're doing the right things. So I'm going to share with you 3 of my favorite medicine ball exercises, maybe a couple bonus ones, that will help you transfer, force through the ground to increase your club head speed, So number 1 is going to be the caveman throw. Now, if you've never done this before, I would make sure make sure you're either outside or you've got plenty of space, Indoors, really, really high ceilings, And a couple caveats or cautions. Make sure that when you do this, get out of the way of the ball. That is priority number 1. Never, ever try and catch a falling medicine ball. It's never going to end well. So from here, the old caveman throw, we're going to squat, And then you can do a few practice runs here. You're essentially going to go from this hinged position to a straight position, but you're going to explode up and the ball will go straight up, maybe over your head. Always walk forward a little bit to get out of the way. I throw it up, walk through, and the ball lands behind me, That's the way to make sure it's safe. Once you feel like you've got that motion, you're not throwing it back behind you, we're throwing it straight up. This works at vertical forces down through the ground, which is where you're going to get a lot of club head speed. So load into the ground, and this is the motion with the lower body, and I'm just using that lower body energy to drive straight up, walk through, and land the ball. So that is your caveman toss. Again, make sure those arms stay straight. We're not going like this. We're going like this and arms up, If you want to add that little bonus jump in, that is a progression. You can jump, hop, rebound, and go through. There's your caveman toss. Vertical forces. Next one, Still working on the vertical forces. This is our reverse overhead slam. So most people know the overhead slam here. Drive the hips back and slam the ball. This one gets you to use the vertical forces a little bit more, similar to the caveman throw. You're going to go over the head and squat at the same time. That's the key. So we get overhead, squat down, then I'm going to drive through the floor and slam the ball down as I jump up. So it takes a bit of coordination at the start, so break it down. Squat to go overhead, drive down through the floor, Squat overhead, drive down through the floor. So you can see I'm pushing the legs through the floor, and that's what brings the arms, boom, down and through, So that is our reverse overhead slam. So I need to catch my breath for a second, because if you do, and again, we're not doing high reps here, we're doing 4 to 5 repetitions because it's a maximum effort, We're not going at 50% here. You're trying to put as much force to the ground as you can. Golf is an explosive sport. The golf swing is an explosive athletic event. It's a near max effort. So it's more of a sprint than a marathon, if you want to think of it that way. So make sure you take time to recover. After you do one set, take at least a minute rest. If you're doing 5 reps, take 40 to 60 seconds, Hope you guys are loving this content. If you are, make sure you smash that subscribe button. That really, really helps us out. All right, your third exercise. This one is really where the rubber meets the road. It's a great transfer exercise to help you get more vertical force in your lead leg, really driving those vertical forces in the lead leg, which is our biggest predictor of club head speed, is being able to drive the vertical forces early in the downswing to clear that hip out of the way. That's why you'll see those world-long drivers. Okay, shout out to Mr. Berkshire who just won the world championship. When you see him coming down, driving through the ground, boom, that hip is going to go out of the way and throw the arms through. So it's that vertical thrust early in the downswing that clears that hip and gets the arms flying through. Okay, so how do we capture that with a medicine ball? Split stance, toe to heel slam. All right, so from here, we're going toe down, heel up. Most of your weight's on that front foot. So again, I got that split stance, so I got room for the ball to slam down right here beside this lead foot. I'm gonna make a bit of a backswing, so I'm turning, and I'm going to drive this heel down through the ground. You can see when I do that, the hip pulls back. That's what's going to slam the ball down. Okay, so if I show you this way, you'll watch my lead hip. Again, load the weight on the front foot, back or front heel is up, make your turn, and I'm going to drive the heel through the ground, slam it through. You can see how my leg extends and the toe lifts up. Make your turn, load into that leg, and boom. So I'm really driving that hip back out of the way on this toe heel slam. So it's there, toe to heel force, opening that hip up, and we're starting to get some vertical forces at the end that way. So it's torsional, rotational, and we're getting some vertical thrust there as well. So the toe heel slam, that's a great one. Again, about 5 to 6 reps at the most on each side. So those are your big 3. I said I'd maybe throw some bonus ones in. Here we go. If you're diehard on the scoop tosses, you just love scoop tosses into that wall, you love slamming the ball into the brick wall, all right, I'll give you one. Make sure though, okay, when you do scoop tosses, it's going to be less about the rotation, okay? It's going to be more about the footwork, okay? Start with your feet together. It's going to be more about transferring horizontal forces and sequencing. So this is the motion, but we're going to do that as you step back, right? So as I'm kind of scooping back, I'm going to step onto the lead leg. So we get more disassociation, and then I'm going to drive that hip. I'm going to try and get my belt buckle towards the wall before the ball goes. So I'm going to be imagining there's a wall there, and I'm going to, as I swing back, step and drive the hip through, and then scoop toss into the wall. So it's going to be swing, step, scoop toss, instead of just rotate, boom, rotate, boom. That encourages more of just a spinning around at the hips, okay, instead of an actual load from the back foot into the lead foot where I'm loading and transferring weight, boom, and then going. That is going to be your bonus. If you're diehard, I got to do a scoop toss, make sure it's a step into, and you can even add this little rocking motion, 1, 2, boom, and go. That's what's going to help you get better ground forces ultimately and generate more club head speed. So I got a little bit of workout in. I hope you guys found that really, really helpful. If you did, again, hit that subscribe button. That helps us a lot, and I will see you guys in the next one.